chain. Hey everybody, Jay here. Long time no see. Normally when we do these reviews, I've kind of broken them up into segments and that's all well and good. This time I've decided we're going to go ahead and skip the unboxing, partly because unboxings are getting a little bit boring, and the other part is that I didn't shoot an unboxing. So with that said, today we're going to do a review on my Mugen MBX8TR Eco. That's a little bit of a mouthful. Everybody in the 8 scale community knows that Nitro is where the glory is, but e-buggy pays the bills, and e-truggy is, well, it's not the most prestigious of classes, but I have to tell you guys, I don't know if there's a class out there that generates more fun from the driver's perspective. So let me grab the camera, throw it over my shoulder, and I'll show you guys my personal race vehicle. All right, this is my hot rod. This is my personal race truck, and you guys can see it's got a little bit of wear and tear on it. Not a ton. Probably got like 10 batteries or so on it. It's hard to say. The maiden voyage was at Silver State, the 2023 Silver State out in Vegas at the South Point Hotel. This is our new, before I take the body off, this is our new Raw Speed Nighthawk body. And this is the body, here, I'll show you guys real quick. So basically, this is our Raw Speed Nighthawk body. And then this is a new front diff protector that we 3D printed that we haven't released yet. I think we're probably going to release it. We'll see. The kit body comes with a little bit of a wider nose, so I'm just showing you guys before I show you the actual kit body. And so this is the actual kit body that it comes with, which I honestly think looks pretty good. It's kind of a little bit vertical in the window area, stuff like that. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid looking body. Obviously, since I own Raw Speed, I'll be running the Raw Speed body, but let me pull these body clips off here and I'll show you guys real quick. We'll just kind of work our way from the front to the back. And so, starting up front, as I already showed you guys, we have this new 3D printed diff case that's kind of a front wing as well. I'm not sure how I feel about these. I definitely think they're pretty trick. Some of the other versions stick off a little bit further and they can break off, so when we did this one, we really wanted something that was as low profile and as tight to the chassis as we could get it without having any type of interference or anything like that. So there's that. Just a standard 4S battery, Tekin RX8. I'm going to flip this around here real quick so you guys can see the rest of this. This is a Tekin 1900 kV motor. Traditionally, you'd probably need something, most guys run with like the 2050 or the 2200s. And this is a ProTech 170 SBL servo, and I got to tell you guys, I'm a fan of everything in here. It's all been, the stuff's all worked flawlessly for me. When I was in Vegas, the truck was sliding around quite a bit because I didn't take the time to break in the drivetrain. If you guys aren't familiar with this, when you build a new 8 scale vehicle, it takes time for the outdrives to wear in to the drive shafts. And so until you get a little bit of wear in the system, you don't get as much mechanical bind. And so the truck just won't make as much mechanical traction. And so I bolted this in to add a little bit more rear grip when I was in Vegas, and it definitely made a difference. But overall, I'm really happy with the truck. It's actually got our new Raw Speed Mach 1 truggy tires on it. This is just a kit wing, and that's that. I mean, there's really nothing super special about it. It's got an Airtronics receiver and the transponder down here in the radio tray. It does have a spot for the transponder, but I'd rather just put it down in the radio tray because it's just a little bit more tucked away and less likely to get dirty and messy when you're out there on the track. And that's that. That's my personal MBX8TR Eco. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the Mugen truck. In fact, I'm really happy with the Mugen truck. I was a little bit concerned about the Tekin 1900 kV motor. I was worried it just wasn't going to have the rip or the pull or the torque that you need to kind of haul as much mass as you have in a truggy over some of the bigger jumps, especially when you're leaving on these tight corners. But up to this point, it hasn't been a problem. I've even had some pretty gnarly drag races with guys with much larger, stronger propulsion systems in the vehicles, and I haven't had a problem keeping up or generating similar or even lower lap times. I'm super pumped about our new Raw Speed Nighthawk body. I haven't got a chance to actually run the truck with this. What's cool is that this truck actually comes with this body, which I actually think is pretty slick looking. It was a little bit vertical in some of the areas, but this is the body that actually comes in the kit, and I like it. It actually comes with this nose piece. So we obviously, as you guys saw earlier, we have the 3D printed piece on here. When we did the Nighthawk version, we made the nose piece just a little bit narrower, so it was the exact same width as the front tower. But all in all, this thing has been an absolute blast to drive. Over the years, we've talked about jumping and landing and all that stuff, and I think it goes without saying that something like this that has tires as large as this does, most truggies or bruggies, or call them whatever you want, 8th scale trucks, they're going to land amazingly well. And depending on the grip and your diff configurations, they're going to accelerate amazingly well because they have so much tire. They have such a big contact patch on the ground. What I think makes the Mugen truck unique compared to some of the other trucks that are out there, like the TLR truck or the HB truck, which I actually have one of those right down here on the floor, and so that video is coming very soon as well. What makes the Mugen truck unique is that it is incredibly balanced right out of the box. I don't know that there's a better kit. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to tell you guys, I haven't bought a ton of truggy kits. I did buy this one, and I do have the Hot Bodies truck, and I have driven some TLR trucks. I don't believe, as of the time that I'm making this video right now, that there's a better truck out of the box than the Mugen truck. Of course, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to it with pistons and suspension and all those kinds of things, but by and large, it has tons of steering, tons of rear grip. It's incredibly forgiving. It flies good, it lands good. It just does all the things very good. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is when it comes to performance, it's just a great vehicle. Simple as that. The build went absolutely flawlessly. There's almost nothing to talk about. There are two little things I want to warn you guys about. The first one is that there are washers that go in between the upper A-arm and the lower A-arm and the pillow ball. Make sure that on this truck, the manual tells you specifically to put the aluminum washer on the upper and the lower arm. You don't want to do that. You're going to end up with either no camber, or it almost looks like a little bit of positive camber, which you don't want. You'll use the washer on the lower arm, but not on the upper arm. And then one other little thing that I kind of made a mistake on and was caught by a friend of mine on my e-buggy, the direction that the pivot balls, the links go on the sway bar makes a difference because they can bind. So I've showed you a couple pictures here on the screen just so you guys are aware, but that's that. The build went super smooth. I love the Mugen truggy mount. All in all, I've always felt like Mugen just makes a solid product. It's a product that performs good, it's a good value, it's got good quality. There's tons of people that run these products, and so all in all, it's a very, very good product. I really don't have too much to tell you guys other than that. I'll show you guys some running footage here at the end, and you guys can see if it's got a white body on it, it'll be my truck. If it's red, white, and blue, it's my buddy Matt's truck. And really, the reason I decided to buy one of these is like we all do. I had driven one of my friends. A few of my friends have truggies, and my buddy Matt's truck was just so good, I couldn't help myself. I had to do it, and so that's why I bought it. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this video just as much as I enjoyed making it, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Are you faster than Leland? Red, white, and blue versus the Morris in yellow. Matt only had one mistake early in this run. He made up for it pretty quickly. 2 and 3 coming across the start finish line here with 5 down and 5 to go. They're starting to reel in Rob Duggan as well. They got one backlogger in between them, which is the yellow and gray. Oh, a race leader. How about a car that was upside down in the corner and set down? Oh, man, and Barton getting in that car that was getting Marshall. Barton is the lead of the race now. That was our former race leader getting serviced by the Marshall. Yeah, it's well, Rob Hughes still got through across the start finish line. Duggan went from first to third. And it looks like Rob will be coming up. Got this deal next. The lead battle is now Matt and Leland down the drop down. Let's see who's the fastest guy from Bakersfield. Will be the guy that calls his home track. Good old boy, Ray Peterson will be the guy that calls his home track. Rayman Tommy down to the ball, coming up on Stress Dog. And across the start finish by Ron Dunning right there. With the 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Coming up on that yellow and gray on Stress Dog. Taking the number 6.
It's been a while since we've made any YouTube review videos. It's tough. Truggies for me are tough because I haven't owned a lot of them, and I don't really have a real great perspective on which ones are awesome and which ones aren't. I know that I had driven 3 or 4 different trucks, and far and away my buddy Matt's, which is the red, white, and blue one you saw in the running footage, was just, it was so good in every conceivable way. It jumped great. It was super forgiving. You could jump it out and flat bottom it 30 feet out and it landed great. It had tons of steering, but it never really wanted to traction roll all that much or spin out. When you grab the throttle, it had tons of acceleration. And so I think part of that is just the nature of the beast when it comes to these 8-scale trucks with their kind of length versus width aspect ratio and the size of the diameter of the tires and the size of the contact patch. But that's that. If you're interested in an 8-scale truck and you are considering any brand, this one is definitely one of the ones that would be at the absolute top of my list.
These guys are running the 6. Jason and Matt are on a 6-lap pace right now. Jason's running the 31.8. Matt runs the 52.9. Harrison 6. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. Coming over the roof right now. Riley Hafsama, he's in the 3rd place, running a 38.6 that lap. And Blake Ducky Snyder on a 7-lap pace in the 31.3. His fastest lap so far. With 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. Caution on the back after the double. Caution on the back. Caution is clear. Sportsman scale truck, you guys are on scale. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Riley Hofsteimer in 3rd. Jason Snyder in 1st.
Jason Snyder is your leader in the white buggy. He's coming around the middle section over the double.
Matt Barton in 2nd.
Triple, and then over the small double right here, setting it up for the big tabletop double. That's cleared it. Going over the wall on your left-hand side.